We are making movie a lot in different simulation. I mean, car accident, stroke in the train, heart attack in the office, heart attack during the playing the football. We are making the movie using the spheral camera 360. We are renting the actors, we are ranking characters, we are preparing the simulation for example, car accidents. So we are renting the broken car on the street. We are first of all, we are closing the street. We are prepared the street as like it is a car accident. We are making movie. We are renting the actors, and actors doing our plan.
Hello everyone, my name is Agata and here we are in Startup Stories, where we talk about startups and what make them work. Today my special guest is Adam Sękowski, CEO of Visus VR Startup, which create an application, a tool for learning first aid, occupation health and safety and rescue. So hello Adam, how are you today? Thank you for being here.
Welcome, hello Agata. Thank you, I'm fine. Maybe today it's Monday, so it's busy day, so let's start it.
Yes, so I think that we can start with the first question. So what does Visus VR Startup do?
What Visus do? My company Visus VR making application which are focused on creating new tool using virtual reality. Maybe step back. Using free immersive technology. First is virtual reality. Second is spheral movie, and spheral movie 360 and 180 3D video. And we are connecting all this immersive technology to create full simulation in case of first aid, emergency, and health education. We also making software and hardware. I mean, no, our application is not just software which you can download on your Google VR, but we are connecting to the phantom of the human body, which when we are making CPR, I mean resuscitation, in real time, sending the parameters, I mean, where your hands are, how deep are you moving on phantom, and sending these parameters in virtual reality in Google. So in real time, you have the feedback that you are good in you doing CPR or you are bad. You can correct your movies or it's okay. So we are making hardware and software to learning, to give the people new tool to learning first aid and health education and to the rescue.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. So you mentioned what kind of technology do you use? I don't repeat the name because I think that I can make some mistakes. So maybe not. How this technology do you use to train people in first aid and rescue? How they work?
Okay, so we on the start we should to separate all this kind of the technology. Our programmist, I mean graphics programmist engineers, prepare the VR simulation, but this VR simulation is similar to the spheral movie. When you put our goggle on your head, when you're wearing headset, virtual reality, you start from the spheral movie. We are making movie a lot in different simulation. I mean, car accident, stroke in the train, heart attack in the office, heart attack during the playing the football. We are making the movie using the spheral camera 360. We are renting the actors, we are ranking characters, we are preparing the simulation for example, car accidents. So we are renting the broken car on the street. We are first of all, we are closing the street. We are prepared the street as like it is a car accident. We are making movie. We are renting the actors, and actors doing our plan, our film plan. So next step is our programmist making the virtual environment similar to the Sphere movie. So why are we doing that? Because we want to prepare the people who are a witness of the car accident, for example, to prepare himself to doing the first aid, because everybody of us known the basics knowledge about first aid, but in the case if you are a witness, if you are take part in the car accident, suddenly you don't know how to do it because the stress, because of different people, because of blood, because of screaming. That's why we are making the movie with a lot of noises, a lot of the distractor. That's why, because we want to prepare our users to do first aid in the stressful simulation. That's why we first of all remaking a Sphere movie. We are watching what is going on right now, and later you are going to the virtual reality and you are doing your help. That's why how it's used.
Okay, so what are the similarity of your of your solution to the reality of helping someone and doing first aid? Because you mentioned that your phantom when you do resuscitation, the phantom can say is everything goes well or wrong. So
Yes.
what is the similarity of your solution to the reality of helping someone?
It's very similar because it's hard to make the accident in real because it's expensive, it could be dangerous, and it could be more expensive and timeful. That's why we are creating the stressful simulation bad accidents, but in the safety environment, which is virtual reality. That's why, because we can do our training in the whole world, because what we need is Google VR relativity goggles. So it's hard to doing the training in so for example in your company, in your office, because we need special equipment, special people who have a knowledge, special skills, and it could be more expensive. That's why we are creating one-time simulation. We are moving, recording, preparing in virtual reality, and you can watch, use in every place in the world.
Okay, so that sounds amazing and really helpful, I think. So, what are the training look like thanks to your solution? Thank you to your startup.
So training is how to, because we have three different tools. I mean, if you have goggles in your home, you can download our application and you can train in your home. So, but it's just software without phantoms. If you have them, if you are the university company, we can organize we can do this training in your office using our phantom, our solution. This is second, and also there is many of the company use which are training in the first aid rescue. Also the company like a big company which have special unit to train his workers. Also we are renting our equipment to train by himself his workers, because they say special units because I mean in big company we are renting our solution for them.
Okay, and you mentioned that you have different scenario for the different
Yes.
accidents. So, what are they? What
Okay,
the
so
clients can choose?
creating our application, we are focused on the most popular accidents. I mean, car accident, stroke in the train, heart attack in the office, heart attack during the children praying in the school. We have also the special simulation for the child, which are you are rescue the magical elf within magical forest, which are the patient has hypoglycemic. Also, we have the new creative application to triage. Triage is the separate people basing on his health right now. So, if you have red color, we have you help you right now. If you have a green color, you can wait for help. So we are prepared people to separate who need the first our care, our medical care. It's also one of the my favorite also scenario simulation is the war medicine. I mean, you are a soldier and doing the part the mission, and your brother in the field, battlefield, got a shot in the chest, so you can help them in special different medical cases, which is a medical war. So we have a lot of simulation from different people. It's from different people. It depends what you want to know, what you want to learn, and what you want to practice.
Which one of this scenario is the most popular?
In my opinion and opinion and my students, is a car accident because it's very, very long. It's well making, and this is our like the most popular scenario.
And how long the scenario and I can say, I think, course of learning how to help people in accident lasts?
It depends how good are you in first aid, how big is your knowledge about to do first aid in car accident, because we have some critical faults. If you can't pass, if you do critical mistake, you have to do again, because our simulation have special checkpoint. If you don't do this checkpoint, you have to do one more time, because in our mission is to prepare you to do first aid the best as you can. That's why I can't tell you how long it is one scenario. It depends how good are you.
Okay, so because when I was in high school, we have some basic about first aid and the all the car accident, what to do, what to behave. And I think that's really small dose of knowledge, like
Yes.
on this case and helping human in that kind of really hard state. So what are the benefits of using your solution or your idea?
Yeah, I agree with you, because in high school everybody has some basic of the first aid. Some hygienist or nursing in the school teach you how to do in first aid, but as I could remember, it was very basic and it was one lesson, and that's why we create our company. Because also when I was in high school, they give me very small dose of knowledge, and we are living in 21st century, and we can give you a tool, we can give you a game which you can, because can you imagine when you hear let's go to the first aid lesson, but they are not happy what I can do. But if you give a new tool which is virtual reality, everybody want to at least try what is it. So that's why we are creating this, and it's a big difference about this simulation, what you everybody are prepared to do in high school. So that's why we are preparing our application.
Yeah, that's really cool, because I think when I was teenager, I really would like enjoy and focus more using that kind of technology than treat Phantom who isn't working because it's old and just many people
Yes,
try
that's why
it.
it was froze, because it was just Phantom, and the nurse has the some piece of material with alcohol, cleaning the faces, and next step. Everybody want to add. Nobody wants to do it because it's gross. It was boring, and no, everybody don't like it. So that's why we are creating something new, which is basic the same, but prepared to the 21st century training.
Yes, that's amazing innovation and amazing idea. So, what are the other advantages of your startup?
What do you mean exactly?
Because your startup is really extraordinary. It helps
Yes.
people learn something new, like not help people in the accident. And what are the other advantages of your solution than not only but almost helping people?
So we have our our target is give you the skills, but on the other hand, we have the quest room, which you can do anatomy. You can learn anatomy, very good anatomy, because this question room was well prepared. Also because you can touch the bone, you can change the system, nervous system, cardiovascular system, urine system, you can check everything. Also in the same quest room, we have the room with the questions, what I have to do in the car accident step by step, how can I can call to the rescue, how this conversation should be look like. It's very important. Also, we have the platform like Netflix platform where you can choose the film movie which are showing you how to do in the very dangerous situation. Just when you have headset with Google, you just turn a play and you can watch how the first aid should be look like. Also, we have the quest room for the firefighters, when you can be firefighters and start using the special things to the fire to the end of the fire. So it's first aid, but it's also medical education and medical learning.
Great. If your client is only an organized group like company, school, or individual person can also go to your company and and learn something about first aid.
Most of them are group, like the corporation client. We are doing B2B. Most of them are B2B. They ask us about the training. We are doing this, but now we are focused to giving a tool, our application as a tool, and renting our solution to the big companies, because it's much better, because in our company has only 24 hours per day. So if you are renting, if you are selling our solution, you can do by your own, because you have a virtual instructor during your training. So it's very simple.
Okay, that's or your solution or your idea is really amazing, and that's really great. And how did you came up with the idea of that unique startup? You mentioned this a little before in our conversation, but now I want to just know how it all started.
Okay, it was the funny thing how it started, because when I was in the university, I took a part with the business academy in University of Varma and Mazury. It was extra learning, one extra diploma. And our headmaster of this business school, business academy, told us that rich people, smart people, helping people for the free. And our homework was, you have to help other people for free. And I was starting thinking what I am good, what I can do for the rest of the people for free, and I am good in it. So I decide learn people in the first aid, rescue, and medical education. But I don't want to give him the traditional method of the training of the first aid, but I wanna give him something new. That's why I start research. What is the new technology? What I can use, and I prepared in. I prepared and I found some company which start using VR to learn first aid. I'm asking to come in my hometown, I'm in Olsztyn, and making the training. So I do the training for the public people in the public place, and also it was two positions. First aid with the first aid and first aid in traditional model. What I saw, it was big queue, big line to do first aid with the VR, and nobody wants to do traditional first aid. So I started thinking it was good idea because nobody want to do just phantom and kissing with the dirty phantom, and the people want to something new. And that's why how it's starting idea.
That's amazing. Really, really amazing story behind the startup. So I saw on your website that you have a patent for your startup. So
Yes.
what the getting one look like?
It wasn't simple, it wasn't hard, but it was long and timeful. But we have some money in the startup platform to prepare our patient for our solution, our name, and our applications. So we also renting the low company who are preparing us all documents and sending. I don't remember where, but they do by our in our name step by step. We just it was simple for us because some other company prepared everything for us. So that's why we got the patient, but using the startup platform.
Okay, and what the patent for your startup give you as a company?
For sure, it's sure that nobody start copying us, and also is give us the something like we can talk for other people about our solution. We are helping the smallest company, the new startup, how we are about our solution, we can talk with other startups about our solution, our application, and we are don't worry that somebody copy us and it give us that we can help other people and give him advice and showing our application with no worries.
Okay, so you have like protection before all the other startup who, for example, would like to steal your idea.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, and you also got funding from European funds. How did it happen that you get almost 1 million zlotys? Because it's a big amount of money, which I suppose help you grow and develop. So how did it happen that you got that amount of money?
Okay, it was it was long way. It started 3 years ago. After we are using the take part in the startup platform, we have to end our startup platform. This is why reason to give us the 1 million zloty, and it was now it looks like simple, but 3 years ago it was for me a lot of money. It was a lot of work, and it was too hard to get it and spend it. It's not like spend like this because this is European money. So you need to be prepared from the old documents, all office stuff. So it was too hard to get, and it was the harder to spend it. And also Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And I also saw on your website that you were in incubator in Myanmar startup
Yes.
incubator. So would you recommend incubator process to other startup, and what give the time of
Yes.
incubation
Yeah. It's a
work?
good question. It's a good question because before that we got almost 1 million złotych. We took a part with two platform startup, incubator of Varma Mazur and platform for new startups. It gives us a big knowledge because on the start we make a lot of mistakes. It's a lot, and it's prepared us to create good, well-working application before we spending money 1 million złotych, and we were prepared to spending this money. We have the knowledge about how to do application. That's why we took the part with this incubator platform. They give us knowledge. They prepared us. They prepared us how we can spend money, how we can find the company which are help us to create create our application. I think it was basics and knowledge. It's a basic knowledge what we have to know, and also it was the step. It was good step. Yes.
So you would you recommend incubation process to another startup?
For sure, because you have the experts which are helping you prepare your company. Because 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it was just idea. Now it's a well-working company. And I wasn't businessman. They learn me how to be businessman, how to make business plan, how to spending the money, how to hire the people. I sure recommend it if you are not businessman, and also this is your first moment when you took money for the European Union. You have to be in platform startup because it was first step which you help you in your career, in your business, in your startup. For sure I can recommend it.
That's great. And you are, like you mentioned, 5 years ago, you started your startup, you create an idea. So, what are the plans for the future? What are your next step in developing your startup?
Yes, it's also a good question because because now we are making the project for I mean, let's be honest, it could be similar project, but it's one big difference because we are prepare our product from deaf and people who have a problem with the hearing. So we use now we gonna next step. Now we are using AI technology, avatar of the translating from deaf people, and in the real time avatar gonna train and you're gonna follow because after this avatar to learn first aid, because the deaf people are people who can't learn first aid. That's why we are prepared our solution in the smart program. It's a new European money from the project, from the people who has the problem. That's why we are preparing our solution for people who have the problem, who can be included in the traditional model of the first aid. It's our mission, because what we want to do, because we want to give you a knowledge, we want to give you skills, because we want you prepared to do by your own first aid. Because also I'm working in the university hospital in Ocean, and I see it's a big problem with the rescue teams, with the hospitalization. A lot of people after pandemic time, after war in Ukraine, want to be treated in hospital, but we want to prepare people treat your own, and you prepared your body, your health in the best condition as you can. If you don't start CPR reanimation in the first 2 minutes, your chance to survive is going down something like twice, 3 times. If we start immediately CPR, you can survive 3 or 4 times more. That's why it's our next time prepared people who are not including in the first training to give him knowledge. Also, we are making the bigger our simulation. I mean, we're gonna create new simulation. In that moment, we don't know which gonna be the most popular for the people. We're gonna research which simulation could be the more useful for the people who want to learn first aid, but it's next steps in the 3 years prepared simulation for people with disability, because we also included the people with disability to do first aid, rescue, and medical education.
And in what time the program for disability people will be available for them?
In that moment, it's hard to answer in this question, but in my opinion, it could be 1.5 to 2 years, because we want to be well prepared and give you the best tool in the market, in the world, because the first simulation, our application Visus VR, took us almost 5 years, but we are now prepared with a lot of experience. I think it could be shorter and better, because we have big knowledge. We have a lot of people which are expert in different way, so we can give you the best tool in the market. I'm sure the best tool with people with disability, with deaf people who have the problem with the hearing, with the avatar, which are using AI engine, with the new simulation. So I'm waiting for your call, and I show you in the next year how we can help other people, how it's look like.
It's great. It's amazing, and I call you in next 2 years, and we can talk again about how your startup develop and what are the biggest challenge for right now in your startup.
The biggest challenge is for me, for example, is office work. I mean, because I am fascinated about VR technology, first aid, and all the stuff around it, but doing your business, it's also other side. For me, it's that side. To office work, to prepare all this paper stuff in the well condition. Amounts. A lot of office. Government office to prepare all staff documents, and the 80% of my time is to prepare the documents, and only 20 time I can focus on my application, how to I develop and how I can make it more useful. So for me, challenge is to make the office work easier, taking another money from European Union to much more develop my application. This is for me challenge for the next 2 years.
Okay, I see. So, thank you for the conversation. We are close to the end, and I have the last one question for you, which is, what is your advice for everyone who are listening to us and want to start their own business, their own startup? What is your advice for them?
I think I have two advice from two different group of people which are gonna watching us. First of all, for the young people who want to do your own startup, is don't worry. Be brave, do your job. If you have some imagination, if you have some dreams, just follow it. Find people who have the same imagination, the same dreams, and do your job, because now you have a lot of tools and ways to make money, to took money from a lot of government, European Union programs. Don't worry, I know it's hard. Also, it was hard for me, but if you are focused on your startup, you are focused on that you are do something which can help a lot of people, which are change the game. I mean, change the treatment, the first aid. Just do your job. It's easy, because also for me it was really hard. But now it's not really hard, but still hard, but it's easier, much easier if you follow it. So other advice from the people who are witness of the car accidents, who saw people with the heart attack, don't worry, just prepare yourself to giving help for other people, because also because you can survive others people's lives, and you can help people who need in this time. So it's hard to say in English, but don't worry about giving help first aid from the other people, because I think this is most important, to be in good health and be doing the good rescue.
So thank you very much. Thank you for advice. Adam Sękowski, CEO of Visus VR Startup. Is there anything you would like to add at the end of our conversation? Now is your time.
Okay, so first, for the end of the conversation, thank you for invitation, because it was first time when I can be in podcast. Also, I am really happy that I took the part. I hope that in the next 2 years we're gonna meet again, and I can show you what we do, how we are big right now, what is our solution right now, how we can use the new technology. And if you people who are watching us, if has any questions or have questions, they have problems, I can give you advice. We can meet each other. You can find us in the website. Also, there find our phone number, email address. So feel free and call me and text me.
Yes, so thank you very much to all people who are interested in talking with Adam. We link your website below. So if you like our conversation, give us a like or comment. We appreciate both Futurum Technology and Visus VR Startup. So thank you one more time for being here. Adam Sękowski, CEO of Visus VR Startup. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Agata. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.